Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the honey sauce. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce.
Now, hello, welcome into the channel. I see that Sam has already done the redirect, and I'm going to be really honest. I was just trying to enjoy myself a little video, and the fact that y'all are coming in here saying Luka Doncic, that's just uncalled for. It's heinous, and you should all be ashamed of yourself, if I'm quite honest. But apologies for being late. Big up to everyone who coming over from the Don and Sam raid. Fun time over there on A-List. There's about 200 people here. Make sure you are liking and subscribing to the channel, or don't, because you know, the world is your oyster. You could do as you want. But I would kindly suggest that you do, because one thing we're going to do today specifically is we're going to have a little fun. We're going to look at, laugh at, and react to just some silly people. And by silly people, I mean United fans, because you know what? When giants are toppled, it's always a good time. But welcome into the channel. Welcome into the show. Oh, where's my little playlist? There it is. So I've got, there it is. Let me share this. Wait. Hey, oh, boom. There you go. Wait, there you go. I've got a few videos I want to look at. I don't know where I want to start exactly, because I haven't actually time queued any of them up. Staffy said he wanted to do a show, then he didn't want to do a show because Ahmed Diallo got hurt. And then last night he was like, fuck off, I'm not doing any shows. And then today he calls me and is like, hey, so you want to do a show? So, you know, I just don't know. But I've got a Staffy video we're going to laugh at a little bit. Apparently Staffy and Terry get rattled on the football terrace. So maybe that's where we'll give a good start to. So I'll pause that right there, and I'm gonna say hello to some of the people in the chat. To the people who are here first, big up Chris Peters. Good to see you in the house, Chris Peters. W for Tottenham Hotspur. 1-0 versus United. We've done the three-peat over them, and you know what? They can hold that. Because as far as I'm concerned, Ruben Amorim had a lot to say. But you know when he wasn't saying something? I guess when he was mid-prayer. You know what I'm talking about? You see this photo here? Maybe this photo, you know, it's hard to tell if this was yesterday or if this was the time before it. But either way, we know that Ruben Amorim likes to get his prayers in when he's at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, because Lord knows he ain't getting the fucking result. But big up all the Tottenham Hotspur fans, you sexy bastards. I hope Tell turns out great, but his first pass and finishing has me scared. Bro, what do you mean his first touch? I've seen him control the ball aerially with his chest for the goal that he had whenever he kicked it with the outside of his boot. I don't know. I'm not as worried about Tell as I think a lot of people are. We've seen 3 games. This was his first Premier League match with us, and I don't know. I think his shooting leaves a little bit to be desired, but that kind of happens with players, you know, who haven't played for 12 months. When you haven't played for 12 or hardly a lot for 12 months, you know, it's hard to look. But then you look at some of his highlights as well. They weren't exactly the greatest either. I didn't even set it up yet. Just got out the shower. Okay, so Staffy texted me the Twitter link, or a Twitter link. What is this? Okay, so he's upset about rage baiting or something. I don't know. Because well, you know what? I'm gonna pull that tweet up. I'm gonna show y'all exactly what he just sent me. What is this? What the heck? I don't know. I don't know what he's trying to do here. Hang on. Also, my camera's been acting weird, so I'm gonna kill OBS for a second. Hang on.
Been billing.
Okay, so I guess this is probably in the video we were just going to look at, but he sent me this. So this is his response to it. So we'll watch the video, and then we'll see what Staffy's response is to said video. Big up Spurs GCTV, good to see you. Let me kill OBS, because my camera's kind of lagging a little bit. So I'm gonna switch to webcam. Boom, there we are. And then I'm gonna go to OBS, and I'm gonna Command Q, and I'm gonna say yes. Boom, there. So that should help with the connection a little bit. But let's see what Staffy said.
Everyone knows that we are Ahmed FC this season. He gets injured, and not a single person said they lost their best player. Not a single.
You know what else didn't happen when Ahmed Diallo got injured? Staffy didn't join me for the preview show that we were talking about doing. To be fair, we never like scheduled one or set it in stone officially, but I'm gonna go with the narrative that he was ducking me. He ran from it. 6 points. Hey, 6 points and 2 clean sheets. It's we need more. Need more. Eugene, big up. Hello, Eugene. I wish that we played Ainge Chester clubs every week. We'd be challenging for the league. Well, you know, there is something about that city of Ainge Chester. It used to be Manchester, but it's Lily White now. And I've officially changed the name to Ainge Chester because, you know, it's these damn managers in Manchester, bro. They just can't do nothing. But big up, Jordan. Good to see you in the house, my friend. Mount Everest Hotspur's here. Good to see you. And then this is where the Luka Doncic spam starts happening. These clowns with this Luka Doncic. But, you know, I feel like the Luka Doncic thing, just really quick, I think it pushed me into my villain arc. So if you're here to laugh about Luka Doncic, like a lot of comments are, I'll tell you this. If anything, I think what he did was put me on the path that I need to be on. Look, be like Sasuke 1. Says he just subbed. He just gave a sub. Shirley, but don't call me Shirley. You could drop a subscribe on the channel as well. I think we just hit 6,300 earlier today. So you could get us, if 100 and, well, I guess most of y'all are already subscribed anyway. I don't know. Parking lot settings. I don't know what that means. Bellissime, Google mode vicario. Grazie. Jesa, a very big pizza with the spaghetti. Ben Salah Yusuf, big up, buddy. Actually, I want to moderate you. You're a good dude. You're a good dude, and you're always here showing support to the channel. And I know you're not a Tottenham Hotspur fan. Elvis G, good evening. Good evening to you. SDFC Benny, Cooking United will never get old. You know, I had such a funny time last time. We've been laughing at, like, we've gotten beautiful clips from different United content creators over the last few months. And specifically whenever they lose to Tottenham Hotspur, you know, Saeed had that great one.
Am I a prick? No, I'm not standing for this shit. I ain't standing for this shit, bro.
That was when we went to Old Trafford and we beat him. And then some Tottenham Hotspur fans were singing to him and were laughing at him. And he was like, Tottenham Hotspur fans are clowning me? Big up Jordan. I got an email says you just edited your membership from $1 to $3.99 on Patreon. Thank you so much for that, you beautiful Patreon members. There's only a selective handful of you, but those of you who do, you know, I'd be raising my glass to you, and we can have private conversations on there and stuff. So that's nice. But Cooking United will never get old. Again, this was after Tottenham Hotspur. Actually, I saw Europa logo, so maybe it's not. But I'm going to go ahead and say it was, because it makes me feel better. Ainge Chester in full effect, you already know. Funny thing is, you tied one more than past 2 seasons, Jacob, seen his entire Spurs supporting. Well, you know, I don't know that I would commit murder for the last 2 seasons, but yes, I would do a lot of nefarious activities to win 2 trophies in 2 years. But that was still not good enough for y'all. You know, it's just, I am humble enough to know, like, where United are as a club, where they have been, and, like, the standard that is there. Whereas I've technically never seen Tottenham lift a trophy, because in 2008, I actually didn't support them by that time. So it was just about 4 to 6 years later, 4.5, 5, something like that. Let's say about 5. When was it Clint Dempsey? Because Clint Dempsey was like top 5 Golden Boot guys with Fulham, and then that's when I really started. And then he went to Tottenham that next summer. So I don't know. Whenever that year was, you can do the math. Tell's controlling is okay, but his finishing, yeah, I thought his controlling, his movements are good. He makes good runs. I saw someone in a group chat say he's as woeful as Richarlison, which is just fucking crazy to me, because I've never seen Richarlison receive it, bounce it off his chest, and then hit it outside boot. I've never seen him do that, but apparently people think that he can. Why you always watching other streams? Maddie, I understand you're a child, so I'm going to try and be really, really politically correct about this. You don't have to be here. You know that. Like, I understand you got in with the wrong crowd and we all make mistakes when we're kids, but like this whole notion that watching other people's content is somehow bad, guess what? I'll watch whatever the fuck I want. I'll talk about whatever the fuck I want. I'll say, do, act, because I'm a grown-ass man, Maddie. I know you're what, like 15 years old? Like, maybe go back to Blippi or Backyardigans or something. Like, my kid loves Backyardigans. But like, go ahead and ease up off me, because I don't need you here to be saying what. Like, I told you why I watch other streams, because I do whatever the fuck I want. That's that simple. This isn't made for kids, and as far as I'm concerned, you're a kid and you act like a kid. So please go back to Chernobyl away, because they like to groom children over there. So go back over there. I don't need you over here. Staffy's turn to catch smoke. Everyone's catching smoke. That's what I'm saying. We could be friends. I was on the phone with Elijah, too much of E. I told him the same damn thing. We may be friends, but you can still catch these hands. It's that simple. It's that simple. You think that you're safe, but you're really not safe. No one's safe. Nah, no one's safe. Where's my crystal eye? Like, Maddie, bro, give it up, dog. You got to give it up. You're in chats lying. You're in chats spreading all this hate because guess what? You've been around Chernobyl too long and you got radiation poisoning, my friend. Ainge, first Spurs manager to do the double over United, I believe. Lucky for us. Oh, no. Well, who was it? There was someone way back in the day. Was it Venables that they said? Someone busted out the stat. Like, Terry Venables was the last manager to win twice over United, I think. So I could be mistaken. Play the clip. Oh shit. Oh yeah, we got the clip. My bad. Yeah, you're right. All right, I'm done looking at the comments. Except for this one. Remember, for 16 months, smash the likes, folks. Thank you so much for that, Spurs GCTV. Appreciate you.
Everyone knows that we are Ahmed FC this season. He gets injured, and not a single person said they lost their best player. Not a single person gave us an excuse that our best player, who's been bailing us out. You're laughing, but it's true.
Arsenal fans haven't been allowed to mention Saka. They haven't.
I love that you said that. How good are Arsenal and how good are us?
The problem with your club is there. Why are you relying on a 20-year-old to lead you forward? Why?
No, that's the point. That is the whole point. And you're trying to compare us to Arsenal. Arsenal, yes, of course, Saka's their best player, but they're a much better team than we are. So you're telling me in a team that's already shit, that no one rates, lost the only spark they had this season, and that shouldn't be used as an excuse. This is why I say there's a lot of imbeciles that speak about football. Not a single person will say, you know what, this team is already crap, and they lost their best player, and they didn't sign anyone bar one person. You know what? Maybe there's something more than just me blaming the manager. No one will do that, and no one will do that because you know what? It's not fun. And I'm not gonna allow some of these crap players to get away again with this job. I really won't.
Look at that! Look at Amarin walking off. That's a good shot.
Get away again with this job. I really won't. The day Amarin gets sacked, I'll probably stop coming here. I'll be honest with you.
Oh, that's a sad note. The ending of that was a sad note. Big up Just a Harmless Potato. 13 points off top 5. Talk to me real nice, baby. You already know the vibe. You already know. 13 points. So you're telling me, are we really? Hang on, let me pull up the table. Are we really 30, 43? That's top 5. We're 14 points off top 4. Don't you dare shine on you, Spurs. Don't you dares to do and all those nomenclatures we like to have. Don't we all love? Some people hate the all-seeing eye, but we be seeing motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Ainge is the first in the Premier League era. Okay, there we go. Venables did it in the early 90s. 13 points off 18. Smack dab mid-table. We're smack dab mid-table. We're smack dab right in the middle of that motherfucker. So anyway, back to the clip. Y'all distracted me. I was like, shit, we're only 13 points off of top 4? Or excuse me, top 5? Shit. 13 points? Hey, but then we're also 13 points off 18th. So it's like we're right there on the edge of the world, like Christopher Columbus, minus the racismo and the slavery and the trafficking. But speaking of trafficking, we've got Staffy. He joined.
What kind of intro is that? Take me out and re-say that. No.
All right. Speaking of trafficking, we have Staffy.
What is wrong with you? Why would you introduce me to trafficking?
I don't know
what this guy's talking about.
Hey man, what's up? How you doing?
Well, I tuned into your YouTube channel, and all I see is the clip of me.
Well,
Yeah, I told you I look prettier with a haircut, so I was like, wait at least for me to go live.
Yeah, I see you're wearing the hat. You're wearing the hat for a reason. But I actually had the tweet that you sent me. I had that pulled up. Yeah, you like that segment? Come on, see, Marshall agrees. You can't get a better intro than that.
That's a horrible intro. Guys, I would like to confirm that I have no association with any type of trafficking that Jacob refers to. I don't know what trafficking what it was.
Bro, you're in New York. There's a lot of traffic. It was like a...
I don't live in New York. How many times am I going to tell you that?
You're like, hey, I don't live in New York. I'm just walking here, eh? I'm just walking here with my gabagool.
I said something and it sounded hella Italian. And I was like, fuck, Jacob was right. I am the soprano.
Yeah.
I can't even remember.
Someone probably stepped on your shoes and you're like, I'm walking here. Oh, shit. That's a stereotype that, like Elijah. I was having a good phone call with my buddy Elijah, Too Much Ease there, Elijah Tussle in the Tulsi. I actually never read your last name out loud. But we were having a conversation. And you call others egotistical. Bro, again, go back to, you got it. Bro, this guy's 15 years old and he's been hanging out at Chernobyl away. And so then he just like comes over here and he says, he's actually 15. So it's not like saying, oh, that YouTube troll. But anyway, yeah, I did butcher it. But we were talking about like a lot of different things last night on the phone. And one of the things that I was thinking about was something you told me that, kind of what you're saying here in the tweet, that people online, especially, they refuse to differentiate between reasons and excuses. And this is something that I've actually asked publicly, like, what is the difference between an excuse and a legitimate reason? Like, if I say I can't walk the dog because I broke my leg, that's legitimately like I am unable to do something because of said thing. And someone say, oh, that's an excuse. You got to no pain, no gain. Or, in the Marines, they say pain is weakness leaving the body. But if that's true and my leg is broken and I'm walking on it and it's hurting, it's like, I don't know. Is it an excuse or is it a reason? My wife says, oh, why didn't you do the dishes? Oh, well, the kids were too much to handle today, so I didn't have a lot of free time. Oh, well, I saw you on Twitter. I saw you comment on YouTube channels, but you couldn't do the dishes. It's like, is that an excuse or a reason? I don't know. So what do you think? Because I do struggle with this, and I kind of said this like shamelessly. I was taking the piss out of Ruben Amorim because he was saying respectfully, I'm at a bigger club, and then he uses injuries, as the reasoning, excuse, whatever verbiage you want. For me, I was just kind of like, how you gonna talk shit? Then when you get licked up, you're gonna be like, oh well, this is why I got licked up. Well, don't talk shit. That's why I like my manager's response. Did you see Angel's response?
Okay, so there's a couple questions. First of all, check the private chat. I dropped something. Secondly, okay, you're saying he talks shit. So before I answer, how do you think he talks shit? You think him saying, because I do know the quote that you're talking about. He did say, respectfully, I'm at a bigger club, so there is more pressure.
Respectfully, my bitch is better than yours. Are you going to take that lightly?
I mean, if it is, then if your bitch is better, then I have to admit it.
But then your girl hears, and you're gonna not fight in her honor. You're gonna just allow someone to say.
Let me ask you this, all right? Because this is gonna turn now into a back and forth, me and you, and let's just do this for the rest of the year. Let me. You know what? Okay, how do I add my audience to this? Because I want to stream this on my channel. Because I'm not gonna go live after you. Then let's just do it.
I think you just go edit, and then it'll pull the thing up in the little circle with your face on it.
Click on my channel. There we go.
Yeah.
And I'll edit my title after. That's fine. I'll do it from YouTube. I think now we should be live on my channel. All right, let's do this. Now let's break down the first point. Do you not agree with Emmer when he says that he is at a bigger club with bigger pressure? Are you trying to tell me that Spurs is a bigger club and there is bigger pressure than Man United?
I feel like this is that debate tactic where you pigeonhole me into a corner and I'm like forced to say yes or no. And but no, I would not say that Spurs are bigger than United. I knew what Manchester United were when I was a fucking child, even when they didn't show Premier League matches in America. So they're pretty big. You watch a random movie there's a kid in a like there's a I'm not gonna say the movie. It's like a war-torn nation, and a kid in the rubble is like running around with his friends, and he's got a little United sweater on. Like Manchester United, for me historically, they are, and financially, like even when I barely paid attention, to what was going on over there, they're like one of the most expensive franchises, or not franchise clubs. They hate American vernacular like franchise. But
Okay, so the statement now, when you think of it, the statement is not really incorrect, because you left out the part that he said he respects Ainge, he likes Ainge, he understands what Ainge is doing. You conveniently left that part out, and now you're saying he disrespected him by saying he's at a bigger club. How about this? Let's ask the chat right now: Spurs fan or United fan, whether you're in the chat on my channel or Jacob's channel. Do you agree that there is more pressure when you're managing Manchester United versus when you're managing Tottenham Hotspur? I don't think that's an absurd statement to make. I think you're just a little bit upset with him saying that, if I'm being honest with you.
that may be true, but is this I saw this and they said this is normal activities when you're a Manchester United fan. So this guy's on a roller coaster and he's not smiling. You said you were at a roller coaster the other weekend. Were you smiling at all?
When did I say I was at a roller coaster?
You didn't. I lied. I was just hoping you would go along with it.
Why would I lie? I don't even like
Because-
roller coasters.
Come on, that's you.
They get me dizzy.
Bro, actually, you know what's crazy is actually I've learned I can't even go on like the swing at a playground anymore because I get nauseous now.
I do get
think it's something
nauseous.
about. I think it's like something you get old to a point where it's like now you can't do fun stuff anymore. I don't know.
Yeah, I do
but
get
I haven't
nauseous.
been. Wait,
That's
what
why
was
I
the
need
question?
I don't know. Let's forget it. Let's talk about the second part. You were talking about the difference between excuses and reasons. Now here's how we start. Obviously, you watched the clip, so we don't need to play it again. I'll speak about that. So I just felt like in a matter of 24 hours between the injury of Ahmad and the game, and I want to sneeze. Oh no, now it went away. You know when the sneeze, you're about to sneeze and it's just like it's tickling your nose and it just goes away?
Oh, I hate that. Yeah.
It's so annoying. But anyways, I felt like in a matter of 24 hours, everyone conveniently left out the fact that we had injury news about Ugarte, Collier, Mainu, and then eventually we found out a day later that also Eriksson and Euro were out due to illness. And then to top it all off, our best player of the season so far, Ahmad, is out for the season. Now, if I come to you and I say these are all the absences that I have in a squad that I already think is very poor, I think the squad is very it's very bad, and it needs a lot of improvements. And I think everyone and their mother agreed on that. When I present these points to you, and your rebuttal is like RUBEN said, wah wah, or you say, well, Arsenal don't have Saka. How could you compare me when I'm bad and I had a manager here for 3 months to a manager who's been there for 5 years and the most of the squad has played together for about 2, 3, 4 years? Surely at some point, you need to use your brain and say, well, you know what? This is actually a good reason. Versus, as you said, if your wife says, why didn't you do the dishes? And then you say whatever you say, but she finds out you were tweeting and you were on YouTube dropping comments and you maybe snuck in a quick game of 2K while the kids were sleeping. Surely that's an excuse, but the other one isn't. At what point do we draw the line and say, hey, listen, let's stop the rage baiting. Let's stop the clickbaiting. Let's stop the, whatever farming that people try to do. Like, because I feel like everyone's goal right now is just to get that one tweet for No Context Fan TV, rather than sitting here and actually having honest conversations.
I have nightmares about ending up on there because whether they agree or disagree, the pile on is massive. So I hope No Context Fan, because I feel like there's a lot of shit I would say that they, so I found the tweet, the thing that I read, which to be fair,
You sent me this and I ignored it. Why are you putting it again?
Hey, say Ruben, I heard you got some injuries. Have you ever done that shit for 3.5 months? Yeah, well, I guess you have some injuries. Plus, y'all didn't like this is okay. So, unshamelessly, I said I actually on A-listers, because I try to be like 50-50 on A-listers about shamelessness to rational thinking. And from an outside perspective, I feel like with Anthony leaving, with the injuries that y'all have had, like even before letting any players leave, you needed some more numbers. And it's kind of the same thing with Tottenham. It's like, I see how the club fails to really reinforce the squad in front of, you know, our fans. And like, I struggle with the thought that this is all his fault because we stomped up Ten Hag 3-0.
I tweeted that.
And then we beat Amorim 4-3. And then we beat him 1-0. So like, it was a lot tighter of matches. And granted, that 4-3 versus y'all, fucking Fraser Forrester was literally playing volleyball with his own net. It was ridiculous. But yeah, I sympathize with Amorim a little bit, but I'm not gonna lie. When you start saying shit like, I'm a huge fan and I understand the connection as we're not winning games. So he's connecting with Ainge because we're both losing. And so like, to me, he's already saying, okay, I'm going to drag myself down here with Ainge, and then I'm going to be like, but I'm up here as far as expectations go. I was just kind of like, all right, motherfucker.
No, but he did say,
you know what I mean?
Hold on. See, I love how you're interpreting it in the ways that suits whatever narrative you're trying to present to your audience. Now, here's the thing. He said, I can relate to him.
No narratives presented to my audience, by the way. Just
hold on.
Pure.
No. Everyone presents a narrative. We all have narratives that we present, and we want our viewers to look at it the way that we look at it, whether they agree or not. That's fine. That's not a dig. Now, he said, I can relate to him. And he also said he's trying to win football the right way. That is the ultimate compliment, I think, that he gave to Ainge.
That's nice.
Because what he always bangs on is say, see, you're smiling. You know when your girl gets you pissed, but then she says, oh, your eyes are nice or whatever. Like, I love your eyes, Jacob. And you just sit there, you're pissed, and you're like, and you just start smirking like, all right, don't flirt with me now.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah, he did.
Are you trying to win
like
me over
that.
because it's working? That's what you're doing right now with Emery. He bangs on all the time the fact that he will not do things other than the right way and what he believes is the right way. Whether you agree with it or not, that's his principle. And that's how he related to Ainge. So I think, if anything, that is a compliment. Okay. Let's talk about the game a little bit more. I don't want to talk about the press conference because that was before the game and after the game. Let's talk about the game.
All right, I got a great transition into the game because here's a little bit of. I thought that was a good rendition.
Who the fuck made that clip? What the hell?
I think it was football bleacher reporter.
Report?
I don't know. There's someone, I saw it on YouTube. It was so stupid. So I was like, yeah, it was Anthony dancing around. That was fun.
Bro, I'm gonna speak to whoever makes these videos because I'm starting to get annoyed with them. This is not the first time they put Emery on one of these videos. And why was Ainge much bigger than Emery? Put that video again. Look how big he was compared to Emery.
That's big Ainge, mate. That's big Ainge.
He looked like the Big Show.
Oh man,
Big Show.
It's just nice, having a day after a win where it's like, woohoo, we've gotten 6 points in our last 2 Premier League matches. That's fantastic. 2 clean sheets. That's fantastic.
I can't believe you guys have 2 clean sheets in a row. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I didn't even know.
It's nice, but it's just one of them things like we got to continue because like my chat was pointing out earlier, we're 13 points away from top 5 and we're also 13 points away from 18th. So it's like at this point we're looking at the fork in the road and it's like championship, Champions League.
You're dead in the middle. Yeah. You're dead in the middle. And the margin is pretty much the same because my idiotic fan base, this is what I'm saying, bro. My favorite word on YouTube right now that I'm going to use from now on is imbeciles. There's imbeciles in my fan base that's saying when Ruben Amorim took over, we were only 4 points off top 4. And I'm telling them, I'm like, but that was only like 7 games in. Of course, the margin between you and all the other teams is going to be much smaller than when you're playing, 25 games into the season. That's how basic maths work. But I don't expect a lot of these imbeciles to understand basic math. But back to your point. I mean, listen, I said this on my preview. I said, we're both losers if we draw. And whoever loses obviously gets the most pressure. I thought if you guys lose, you'd get more pressure than us because Ainge has been here a lot longer. But why are you showing me that?
Djed Spence, man of the match.
I did
Best wing back in the fucking world.
Well, we can save it until we speak
Fullback,
about
sorry,
the
no wing back.
players. But yeah, I mean, we would do with him right now. But I feel like, yeah, listen, it's obviously a big win for you guys because whoever was going to lose was going to get the most backlash, and unfortunately, it had to be us. You at least get yourself like a week break until the next game because both these managers, it's like they're both running
Only
out of breath.
6 days, but yes, it is. It is
6
nice.
days, 7 days, whatever it is. It's like they're both running out of breath, and one of them just needed like a quick timeout. And unfortunately, it's Ainge that got the timeout, and Amram is still on the treadmill running, and he's still.
Well, you know, like Ainge said, he didn't get in his office. Quote, I don't have any sympathy cards from other coaches. I could see Ruben there, players out of position, kids on the bench. Welcome to my world. Welcome to the Thunderdome. He said the same thing to Arnold.
Like,
What's
he
that?
did an egal. And let me explain what's an egal.
I don't.
Let me explain what's an egal, and that should be a new term. An egal is when you sit there and you're having a conversation about something, and he finds a way to relate it back to him. So, as an example, you'd be talking to egal and saying, "Hey, look, Chelsea are not doing well in their rebuild. Why do you think? Oh, like they haven't signed good strikers, and it's been like 1.5 billion of spending since Bowley came in." Egal will find a way to be like, yeah, but when like Arsenal sold Lacazette and when they got rid of Aubameyang, no one said this, and that, and then we had to and you'd sit there and you'd listen to everything he has to say and be like, but what does that have to do with the point of discussion? Like, you don't need to say, oh, but I didn't get any sympathy cards because we're talking about Ruben Amorim having a bunch of 19-year-olds on the bench. Like, this didn't have to do. I feel like it's one of those where it's like, he just came in and made it all about himself when he did it. And I guess fair enough, this is what you want to do, Ainge, because he has been injured for a while. Someone like me personally, I've given him a lot of excuses and given him a lot of backing when he deserved it, because I felt like, well, when you do lose your two center backs, you do lose your goalkeeper, you do lose your left back, you do lose your striker, you do lose your midfielder because he had some racismo comments to make. When you do lose a lot of players, certainly there has to be some drop off, and that's the difference between reasons and excuses. And as I said, I'd like to think I'm very fair when I speak about rivals and when I talk about my own team. I just didn't like that from Ainge. He could have just said something about Ruben, be like, could have been like, yeah, I can relate to him, I've suffered through the same thing, he'll make it through, da 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 da. But he just kind of said like, hey, I don't give a shit, you can hold that. And you
that's motherfucking manager. Suck it. They said, Ainge, will you ever stop mewing?
Ange, will you ever stop mewing?
Stop mewing? Never. Alphas don't stop, mate.
All right.
Is that a real clip? What is mewing?
Stop, mate.
That's what it is?
Alphas never stop, mate. It's like where you're like
that's certainly he didn't say that.
No, I think it's AI. I'm pretty sure.
So are you saying you're presenting false videos on your channel that didn't really happen?
Well, you know what else happened? You called Ainge fat, and you did ask the question. How could Ainge? Well, no, I think in a direct text you called him a fat CUN. No, he's getting sacked in the morning. The fat CUNT.
Let's go back. This all started by your fan base calling him a fat CUNT. And ever since
I've been cooking the motherfuckers too, so everyone can get.
Every time I say that to you, it's just to remind you that your fan base calls him that.
I'm aware of what my fan base says, because you might have missed the series so far, but Staffy, I've got the all-seeing eye. All right, I'm watching. I'm watching. I see these motherfuckers. All right, I'm watching, and we're naming and shaming. So. I don't do any more of that. I'm gonna, how the UK government does that thing about Thomas Partey, where they're like, I can't say his name yet legally, so we're gonna say he's a guy who wears number 5 and plays for a red club in North London. He's a midfielder. He's of Ghanaian descent. It's like, we know who you're talking about, bro. Just say it. Just name and shame. Yes, even TJ likes a great series. He might be next too, but you gotta. The thing is like. I've been my eyes too focused on Gotham right now, the neighboring city of bitch-assville where TJ and all the Arsenal fans are. I haven't been able to pay attention as much because I'm too busy cooking Tottenham fans. Which is bitch ass.
Okay. I agree. I just wanted to know what you think.
Like, I think TJ is not a bitch. Like, I don't like I think James Madison is a bitch, but
You think James Madison's a bitch?
I think he's a bitch.
Why?
Thank you for the goal, though. I appreciate it. It was the game winner. Thank you.
What makes him a bitch?
Because, bro,
Can I fix the order, by the way, of our frames? It's really pissing me off. Can I
what's
like
going
do
on
this?
with what?
My OCD is killing me. Can we go like this for now?
If it helps you sleep at night,
It does really make me relax. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, well, you know, see, look, this is one of the guys. Yeah, I did like the shush. I like the shithousery. I like it, but also Elijah's here, so I have to shit on Madison a little bit because to me, again, there's just a certain like when you act like a bitch, it pisses me off. And when you're on my team and you act like a bitch, I want to slap you. And so like Madison, but to be fair, yesterday I didn't see it. I didn't see him acting like a bitch, which is he's now right now in that 33% that Leicester fans warned us. They said he's Mr. 33% because 33% of the time he's going to be actually good. Then the other 33% he's going to be injured, and then the last 33% he's just going to be shit. And I've always said the best I've seen us get out of Madison is when we utilize him for about 40 to 55 minutes tops. Outside of 55 minutes, I've never seen him do anything good.
Before. And he did prove it time over time. I thought that celebration was annoying though. And I didn't even see it at first. I saw it after. And I'm not gonna lie, it didn't piss me off as a United fan. It pissed me off in terms of so when he did this and then shushed.
That was great.
Like that means he's shutting up his critics. But one goal does not shut up your critics. You have been underwhelming this season. Like, I'm not gonna lie. If I was a Spurs fan, I'd be pissed if I saw that. It used to piss me off as an example when we're shit and Garnacho doing extra celebrations. I'm like, but what are you doing? Like he used to go to the fans and like shush them and sit on the board, the advertisement board, and then we'd end up losing the game. And I'm like, but why are you doing that? We're still crap.
I mean, look at Djed Spence in the background playing a tiny violin. I think this was more of a dig at Roy Keane than, and like I get the notion of like the shushing. It's like, wow, he shushed the 14th place team going to 15th, and now we're in 12th. Like I get it's still kind of funny, but individually from myself, from like actual people who people listen to, like the ex-players, you know, they have those podcasts and stuff. I think one of them, I have it somewhere saved. I'll look at Roy Keane or something. He said something, he was just talking shit like, oh, even if you're in that locker room and you see James Madison is now healthy, you're not all of a sudden thinking, yeah, we're going to win today. So they did take a public dig at him. And so they say that this is him silencing Roy Keane or something. Yeah, what Roy said about Matters was unwarranted. Big up Darren Wimbledon with the super chat says it's psychological warfare. Also great media. Ainge wins. Hey, I like that, Darren. Wimbledon, but we ain't hitting that hit. We ain't hitting that whole back like we at Wimbledon because we with Darren Wimbledon. We're in Wimbledon. With Wimbledon. Anyway, I fucked it up. But big up Darren. Thank you so much for the super chat, my friend. I'm gonna be honest. From someone who is a staunch critic of Madison, and again, not because of what he says on the pitch. So like, I see the comment that says, like, you know, like obviously Elijah's gonna get upset, put his face palms. He's like, no, don't talk about Madison. It's like how Madison's a bitch. He's our best, most key player. Given the space, he thrives. Like there's aspects on the pitch where he's absolutely fantastic. Then there's the aspects on the pitch that I'm more critical of, which is the flailing around on the floor, the rolling around, the looking for the, and to be fair, like Elijah and I had a really great chat about this. And I want to know your opinion, Staffy, because you have the Portuguese version of the thing that I hate, which is players on the pitch acting like a bitch, hoping that the ref is going to captain save a hoe. That's what I mean when I say James Madison is a bitch or a pussy, because of all the times I've seen him flailing around on the floor. Like North London Derby, for instance, 20 minutes. He came on as a sub. He had been running around for less than 20 minutes, and he was still like on the ground laying there while Arsenal are beating us in a transition because he's waiting for a call from the ref. I hated playing with players like that. I hate playing against players like that. It's literally the Dwayne Wade of basketball. They created a rule so you can't be that big of a pussy in basketball, because it's just like the looking for contact, looking for the foul like that. Like, I get the whole, like, you're just playing the game. You got to, it just comes across like a bitch ass move to me. What's your opinion though, Staffy? Am I over the, some people think that it's not warranted for me to be upset about him acting like a pussy, but I don't know what other way to put it.
Well, let's not. Here's the thing. Let's not forget that this guy was a part of a Leicester team that got relegated, and that team got relegated for a reason. And he was like, he was the main player on that team next to Jamie Vardy and maybe Yuri Tillemans. So your history does tell us that you are a letdown. Now, when you look at him at Spurs, the one thing that's been very consistent about him is him being inconsistent, and this is why I call that the celebration. Now, I'm not the celebration police. I don't usually do these things where I'm like, oh, you're celebrating too much, or oh, you're such a miserable bastard. You should be happy that you won today. I don't care what emotions you have on the day. That's up to you. My issue is that, as I said, as a Spurs fan, whether you like it or not, whether you like Maddison or not, you've had a disappointing season. You've had one of the worst seasons in the past, 10 years maybe in the club. He has been a big part of this. Now, I'm not saying it's all him, but he's been a part of this. So he can sit here and do all these little antics if he wants, but you have been a letdown. There's times where he was dropped. There's times where he was subbed early. There's times where he just didn't do anything. You go on and you score a goal on the day. Of course, it's a big game, a big goal in a big game, but I don't think he silenced any critics, because I'll tell you what, next game, if he drops a stinker and Spurs don't win, everyone's going to revisit this and they're going to make fun of him, because after just one game, after a rebound tap-in, he decided, now let me shush my critics. I don't even know what Roy Keane said.
I like the shithousery person.
But it was probably, no, you can like it, but you're going to get pissed in a week if he drops a stinker and you're going to call him a pussy again.
If he drops to the floor with a little like, I hate it when people like do a little brush and they're like, whoa, and then it's like they lay there looking like, help me. I just hate that shit. I don't know. Like,
listen, since I'm on your channel, I'm gonna start doing this. I'm just gonna start doing the Imbecile show. Citywide here says this sounds like a deflection
Big up Citywide,
of
Brian, my
seasons. Now, Citywide, he just asked me my opinion on Maddison. And I responded to his question about Maddison. How is that a deflection? Do you people use their brains anymore? Or is it just, am I wrong for thinking that way? Am I wrong for thinking people should understand the question and my response towards the question before they say I'm deflecting? Well, I don't think I've deflected on anything you've asked me so far. You haven't asked me about
to be fair, like, sometimes people will comment and it's just to wind you up. And clearly that one worked. So W for Citywide Bry.
I don't think it necessarily winded me up. I just find it baffling that some people could think that way.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I always think
fall
like
on their faces every day. Like they walk around, they stumble over their own feet, and they fall on their faces. That's what I think of people like that.
Well, I would say this: W for Citywide Bry. He clearly got under your skin.
Because I responded as under my skin.
Well, to be fair, I did ask you to tell me about Bruno Fernandes, like how you feel about it, because you have the Portuguese version of the thing that I'm hating. But I specifically was talking about the minimal contact and going down, and then also like just kind of your thoughts on Madison. So I don't think you were deflecting either.
We can talk about Bruno. I mean, we can talk about Bruno, and we can talk about Bruno, especially in the context of yesterday.
But Bruno get more GA than Madison. That's what bothers me. I mean, they both act like bitches. But I'm supposed to.
The difference is, I always thought that Maddison is the prettier footballer, whereas Bruno's the uglier one. But he gets the efficiency, aka the GNA. But if you ask me, I'd put both of them, and I'd just burn both of them, and just get new players. Like they both should. I think both of them shouldn't be on big teams, in my opinion. But let's talk about Bruno more. I think he was horrible yesterday. I think he's been horrible for a while. Why did all three comments send with, look at that?
Oh, that's weird. Yeah, my bad.
You have to change it from all to just one of them.
Yeah. That's my bad.
So does it like because it looks like we
now it
typed
says Staffy says Rowan will chat on Tell for sure.
I'm definitely not chatting to Rowan about Tell, so I'm sorry for the false
Well,
advertisement that Jacob gave you. But
Speaking of false advertisement, someone made a fake photo of Tell like clowning United, and apparently it's fake, but I choose to believe that it's true, that he's clowning y'all on Instagram. I'm actually gonna check his Instagram because
go check it. But
I wonder if he. But continue, please.
no, just Bruno was horrible, bro, and I don't think there's anything new. And actually, funny enough, today I saw someone put a graphic out, and it's another one of those tier lists. I love United fans. They update their tier lists every like month, and every month you see like new names all of a sudden keep. And then these guys sell, and then a month from now, some of these players are gonna play bad, so they'll put them in the sale. And some player who was playing shit now is good, so they'll put them in keep. But I saw an updated one today, and it was basically 6 players saying keep these 6 players and rebuild around them. And Bruno was in them, and I was like, at what point do United fans stop this and say, forget how good or bad Bruno has been. It's time to move on. It's time to get something better, because this guy was all over the place yesterday. That midfield of him and Casemiro, I don't know what I did in my life to deserve that. Sometimes I
Give
go back and
everything
think
till
about it,
the
like
end,
how
that's
bad
us.
of a person have I been to deserve that type of football and these type of footballers to be in my team for me to watch this week in, week out. Shout out Chris for the
Big up, Chris, for the 5 memberships. Yeah, sorry to. I wasn't trying to make you like pivot to this. I was just pulling it up so I didn't forget. Let me see who got those memberships. W's in the chat for Chris Peters. Congratulations, Ed Sweeting, Matty K. Look at that. Archer, Steve D, and Johnny Reviews. Big up. 5 beautiful people getting 5 beautiful memberships. And yes, Matty K, we can disagree and you can still be beautiful. And I can still watch other people's content and it's okay. Just because someone told you it wasn't doesn't mean that that's true. But anyway, congratulations everyone who got those 5 memberships.
Congrats. Anyways, yeah, Bruno's Bruno, bro. Nothing is gonna change until the majority of these players are gone. But let's talk about your team a little bit more. Since I'm such a deflector, let's deflect to your team. I saw a few fans yesterday, and I respect some of these people. I mean, shout out Toby as an example. I saw Toby post a video. I didn't watch the video. I just saw the title of it. And he said, we won, but I'm still concerned. Something within those words that he's happy that you got the 3 points, but there's still a lot of concerns. How confident were you watching that game yesterday? Did you really think you were going to leave with the 3 points? Were you worried at some point, listen, we've gave Garnacho a couple chances. Lucky for us, these chances fall to Garnacho and not someone maybe better. Maybe if Ahmad was here on the day, he'd convert these chances. We left with the 3 points, but maybe the performance wasn't as impressive. And maybe a team just 10% better than United would have probably put us to the sword today and beat us. Did you have any of these thoughts, or how did you look at that one?
There's a few different ways that I looked at the win personally, because I saw it like, there were chances that Garnacho, Garnacciolini, Garnadinho, there was a few chances where, he actually did put a good shot on, but Vicario Sicario is returned. And when Vicario Sicario left, we left on a clean sheet. And when Vicario Sicario returns, we welcome him back with a clean sheet. And I think that the clean sheet was...
excited to see Kinski or whatever the hell his name is.
Yeah, because he's kind of just sporadic, and then they cut to him, and he looks like he don't give a fuck about nothing. He doesn't look frazzled, which I think is a good quality in a keeper personally. But like, it was clear there's two saves specifically, and I think that one of them Kinski may have been able to do, but there was one, it was Garnacho. Correct me if I'm wrong, I believe it was Garnacho. He shot it low, powerful, driven shot to Vicario's right, so it was Garnacho's left. So Vicario goes down to his right-hand side. That's a hard fucking save with a fat, like, typically when I was a goalkeeper, I hated the low driven shots more than I hated the high up shots. It's easier for me to leap that way. Yeah, it's the getting down that takes me a little bit longer. So Vicario got down. I didn't think he would say. I don't think Kinski saves it. I don't think anyone on our roster saves that Garnacho shot. So it's like Garnacho did fumble and bumble, sure, on a lot of different a lot of different opportunities, especially that one-on-one that he had. That one-on-one was atrocious. Then there was another time he like stole the ball off of Dorgu or someone over on the left. It was like he just said, "Fuck you." I think this kid is so desperate to be that guy. And maybe did he meet Cristiano Ronaldo and he thinks that he's him? I don't know.
He played with him. You forgot that?
But typically he can fucking hold that. You want to know why? Because you're from Argentina, my friend. You should either be going for Lionel Messi or someone in Germany.
Well, my left-hand side and my right-hand side all played with Ronaldo. I have Dallo every time he gets the ball on his right. And by the way, this is why I rip into United fans, because they're clueless sometimes. Not everyone. Some of them are clueless. They all said we're just one fix away, basically, by swapping the wingbacks and we'll be better. They said, oh, just play Dallo on the right and play Dorgo on the left. As much as I agreed with that, I just knew there would still be other problems to follow. You got Dallo yesterday. Every time he gets the ball in your final third, he takes the ball back to his left. And I'm like, you're not left-footed. Stop doing this little quick Ronaldo step over, thinking that every time you get the ball, you're probably going to be able to shoot it with your left. And then you have on the left side, Garnacho gets the ball, and you got Dorgu just runs down the wing, creating an overlap. And instead of getting the ball, Garnacho's cutting to his right and shooting more often than just playing the overlap. And I'm like, this is the biggest issue that I've been trying to tell everyone and no one understands it. You have an overlapping left wing back that got ignored about 10, 15 times. And why is that? Guess what? Because these players are stupid. I honestly look at Garnacho yesterday. He should have put you guys to the sword. I don't think we deserve to win, but I also don't think we deserve to lose. I think it was such a mid-game that 1-1 should have been the fair result. But again, that chance he should have finished. The fact that he didn't work Vicario on that one chance where he skied it, and that was the best chance in the game, in my opinion, for both teams, it just shows how bad he is. You know what I'm saying? And I also look at it, I'm not going to lie, with the amount of space you guys gave us yesterday, I think someone like Ahmad, if he played, he would have put you guys to the sword. He would have at least had one goal, because I've seen him enough times do that. And that's why I asked you that question. How happy or how worried are you with the way that you won? Because fair enough, always celebrate the 3 points. I won't tell you not to celebrate it. But who do you have next? And how are you going to perform next game?
Ipswich. And last time we played Ipswich.
Did you lose to Ipswich already?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to need you to win this game, bro. Because Ipswich is on our tail, bro. We're both running away from Ipswich. Don't think you're far away from me. You're only 1 point ahead of me.
Yeah, we're
and you need to start doing relegation zone watch-alongs this season. I'm gonna be honest.
And we only invite fucking fans from Southampton.
Just me and you, like West Ham versus like Everton. Me and you just need to watch that. See who's gonna get closer to us. Then Ipswich versus Leicester or whatever. Like we need to watch these games.
Bro, speaking of need to watch, there's something I need to watch and show the people if they haven't seen this yet. So you're going on and on about Garnacho. I don't think anyone felt the way that this man felt, which big up David Shearer, Cobber. I hope you're doing well, Cobber.
David Shearer hype. I haven't seen David Shearer on my channel in a minute, so David Shearer's
been a little not as present on YouTube, and you know he might got some stuff going on in life. So
is that a reason or an excuse? Because I'm not listening to it.
Yeah, what is the difference between a reason and you know, my wife and I have gotten in a lot of arguments because I'm like, this is a legitimate reason why these chores weren't done, and she's like, those are excuses. I'm like, I'm not that strong. I don't know, like I can't do everything.
We need to start doing a segment like that on YouTube. Me and you should sit there and we'll do like 2-minute videos where we just like we put something on the screen and we say excuse or reason.
Is this an excuse or is this a reason? Yeah, because you know that's one of the things that has really pissed me off about Spurs fans lately. Is they're like, I'm tired of hearing about these injury excuse. It's not an excuse. We're fucking injured and we like got some players back and we won a game. And the difference maker was 2 of the players that came back, Madison and Vicario. You know, Vicario, those 2 saves again. That one, and then there was one to his left. Those 2 saves. That's the up one. Kingski may have saved that one, but I've also seen him get hit in the belly and it roll in still. So like he's a little Onana-esque at times, and he'll parry the ball for no reason. Bro, just catch the motherfucker. You don't need to punch it. But you know, it really pisses me off because it's like, oh, why didn't we beat this team? And don't give me the injury excuse. And it's like, okay, so what? let me give you the injury reason. I don't know what you want me to say, because it's like, if these different players play on that day, you know, what is an excuse is like, if we had 15 Djed Spences, we win every game ever in life, forever. No one ever beats us. We win every game forever, because 15 Djed Spences, we're fucking cooking.
I think
but anyway,
we beat you guys if we had Djed Spence, because he was that good.
yeah, dude, every win, lose, draw that he's been involved in, he's been the fucking best fullback out of both teams. Like, he is, and real quick, I do want to get to this fucking reaction, but
Yeah,
I just want to show you how deep in the mud people are, because I had Spurs fans, bro. Hang on, that's not the right one. 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 Where is it? Wait, where the fuck did it go? It was like a tweet. It was showing. Oh, where is it? Sorry about this. Sorry.
What are you looking for
wait.
exactly?
Here you go. You know, just they didn't. Well, yeah.
Are you proud of yourself?
Yeah. Oh, here's Kuti. There's a Kuti sighting.
Where is he?
He's into. That's him in the beanie right there.
Oh shit! I'm looking behind him.
Yeah, that's him. He's
I
back.
heard he was in Qatar.
Someone said this is Garnacho's highlights. What do you think about this? Shout out Mito, Egyptian great.
I mean, he's not lying.
Okay. There it is. So January 10th, 2024, last fucking January, Genoa will have a buy option of 10 million euros. And then in the summer, they loved him so much. And at Genoa is when he started having his redemption. And they loved him so much, but they're broke as fuck and they have no money. But they're like trying to scrounge up every little couch change that they could find. And they're like, we've only got 6. And we were like, lowest we'll take is 8. And then they're like 6.5. And then there's genuine Spurs fan channels that I don't want to pull names up unless I know for a fact it was them, but I've got a pretty good hint of who a couple of them are. And they told me in the summer how foolish it was of Tottenham to not sell him for 6.5 million, because if that's all we can get, we should take it so we can have a bigger budget and blah, blah, blah. And I just think it's funny because we nearly sold one of the top 5 fullbacks in the world for a packet of fucking crisps. And
I think he's top 5 in the world.
No, I don't know. I'm a little bit just gassing it up because I don't have much to gas up, but he's also been phenomenal. And there's nothing I love more than a motherfucker who says, oh, you trying to put me in a box? You trying to tell me what I can and can't do? Fuck you. I'll do what I want. And there's another thing that he said, which was at the very top of this, which is what I originally thought was in March. So in January, it's like 10 million euros, which is what, like 8 million, 7.5 million fucking. Yeah, Rowan, I know. I need the receipts before I put some names on those bullets, but I'll get there. And good morning, Ryan, all the way in Melbourne. Hopefully you're doing well. Djed Spence, this is in March of last year, says, quote, I don't think Spurs fans know me as a player. They've probably seen me from Forest days, but I haven't played, so they don't know what I'm capable of. The best is yet to come. And he called his shot. He backed it up. The world doubted him. Leeds manager, what is his name? Nigel Farage or whatever. He said he's a piece of shit and I fucking hate him or whatever. And like everyone said they hate him. And he said, fuck you. I'm just going to keep battling back. Maybe he's one of those players that performs best when the cards are against him. I don't know. But either way, wow. Djed Spence. What a guy. What'd you think of Djed Spence?
I think he was very good. That's it. None of that top 5 in the world bullshit, but very good. Would I take him at United right now? Of course. Would he be better than Dalot? Yeah, of course. But to be fair, that 6.5 million that you're talking about, I'm not gonna lie, at that time it did make sense.
No, it didn't. I remember being like, that's peanuts. We spent, I think,
But
like
that's
close
what
to
he was
20
worth. He
for
was
him.
worth peanuts.
Not to me and to my heart.
But that's not a barometer. I can't go by Jacob judgment because Jacob. Here's the thing, Jacob. If you're something that means something to Jacob, aka Spurs, the Dallas Mavericks, his kids, his wife, his friends, he will put unreasonable value on you. Whereas, like, if you're good but you don't mean anything to Jacob, Jacob will be like, okay. Like, there will be better fullbacks out there than Djed Spence that you will say they're not better than Djed Spence just because Djed Spence is a Spurs player. So we can't really go by Jacob metrics, is what I'm trying to say. You know.
보면 자, 이번엔
저 궁금해요. 클럽셉스키?
By the way, you do know that him and Ahmed played together in Atalanta's academy, right?
Atalanta!
Vamos! I told you guys I wanted Atalanta. I hope they reunite one day.
Were you? You know, I wish I would have time coded yesterday everyone's reaction to the Garnacho miss. Because everyone reacted differently to Garnacho miss. That
I just
the one-on-one.
I didn't know what to say. Sometimes I just hold my tongue, because like I can
think you
curse
just
in 2 different languages, and sometimes I go for the one that will get me suspended off YouTube. So I just got up. I'd get up right now, but I'll be honest, I'm in my underwear. But I just got up and start walking around.
You're in your underwear?
Yeah. Well, I do stream all the time in my undies. I just felt comfortable. I just showered and got out the shower, dressed up, and
well, I do respect that. However, I make a lot of mistakes, so I don't want to just get up and then my shit be flopping around.
Well, I've
really
actually
get canceled.
I've experimented this before. When I do get up, because of where my camera's positioned, you would only see my upper body. So I know for a fact if I get up, no one will see anything. But still, like, I'm not gonna get up and walk around because that would be weird.
Yeah,
I've had an interview one time in my underwear. And I funny enough, I wore a suit on the top and literally nothing other than boxers on the bottom, and no one knew. And I got the job. Imagine getting a job in your boxers. That's how good you are.
I don't know what to do other than play this.
We were in action, and she said in my ear, "Go deeper. Stay with me now." And what hurt me is I was already all the way in. So I had ran out of pee-pee.
I feel like I was... The words were different, but I felt just like Stephen A. Smith in this interaction. I'm like, all right, okay, stay with me now.
It's what he said. Stay with me now.
So yeah, that's the part that made me think of that clip. Where he's like, all right, hang on, no, stay with me.
What's funny is you sent me that clip a few days ago, and I don't remember what we were talking about, and you sent me that. And I don't know
I know what I said, because I said something like, yeah, that dude's massive or something like that. We're talking about basketball player. I said that dude's massive or something, and you were like, he's what? Hey yo, and then I think
I AO'd you, and you sent me that clip, and I laughed at it. And I think what made it worse, I wanted to make it more uncomfortable, so I didn't just stop it there. I said, but surely we all have been in that situation, right? Shout out.
Yeah, I'm actually butt ass naked underneath all this. You wouldn't.
No, I meant when Ochocinco said I ran out of pee-pee. I said to you, surely we all been in that situation.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah. Yeah. And surely, as a United fan, you've all been here when Garnacho made the miss.
오, 가나초 내야지. 아이, 내야지. 야, 거기서.
So, I mean, I
think you should replay the clip because it was a little bit delayed.
It was?
Yeah, I don't know if it's just me. But let me ask you this. Actually, play it and pause it again to the minute he's about to do what you know he's about to do.
Yeah.
내야지. 아이, 내야지. 야, 거기서.
So this is my question to the audience that are watching us right now. If you are watching the game with him and he's raging right now and he's about to pull out an item that he will use to express how angry he is at this mischance, what do you think he is about to pull out right now and use it to virtually beat up Garnacho on the screen? Do you think it's a baseball bat? Do you think it's Korean barbecue? Because I believe he's Korean. Or do you think he's gonna pull out a bra bra? Let's play the clip.
I'm not gonna lie. There's a few things in life that make you feel a certain way. You know what I mean? And I'll be honest. When you feel the urge to grab one of them things, you know what I mean? You must really be feeling some type of way. Bro pulled out the blicky. Bro pulled out the brat. Bro pulled out with the blackitata. You know what I mean? With the yapper, that stick. You know what I'm talking about?
It's for me when the muzzle falls off. Like I don't. Is that a silencer?
His face, bro. He come around the corner.
Bro,
like,
this should be a sticker right now.
Bro, no, he come around the corner like, bitch, I'm fucking getting you. This motherfucker. Oh my god.
Like, did he use that for paintball or what was that? Why is that in his room?
Airsoft, maybe?
Why is
Bro
that in his
pulled
room?
out
That's
the
all I
blicky.
want to know.
Oh, bro. His face in his phone, he's like, ah. That's
Hold on,
like
man.
usually
Let
the
me
last thing you
screenshot
see.
this.
And then it's
We need a sticker out of this. Hold on, man. Let me screenshot this. Snipping tool has never been more useful. Here we go. We're gonna screenshot.
bro. He pulled out the blicky. He said, I'm about to. Oh my goodness. San Antonio's not better than Dallas. This is spoken as someone who lives in London and has never been to San Antonio. The only thing San Antonio has is the Alamo, lest we forget. This is what Garnacho does, bro. He's like, fuck it. I'm gonna go get the blam blam. You know, like in the movie where what was that movie? I'm trying to think where he's like, fuck it. I'm gonna go to the trunk of my car and I'm gonna get my gun. They're like, no, calm down, don't do it. And he just got his ass whooped. Like, oh my god, this shit's hilarious.
Well, congrats. I just made a sticker out of it. Now you can send it to me every time you need to lose a game. Here we go.
Which is never gonna happen again. We're done.
What do you mean? United are never gonna lose a game again? Look under it now.
Oh, that's great. Bro, pull up with the blicky.
Look at the sticker.
Oh
you know
my
what?
god.
You should add that as a sticker on your channel for your members. I'm actually gonna do the same. That should be a
Oh my. I can't breathe. Oh my god. Oh, that's fucking great. Ah, bro's pulling with the blam blam.
That was probably the highlight of yesterday. Look at his face, bro.
Bro, you know the Wesley Snipes meme where he's like crying and he's shooting? He's like, I don't want to have to shoot you, but I'm gonna.
Can we go to my reaction from yesterday? You know, I generally forget what I do at the moment. Like, I don't even remember how I reacted.
Well, I had in my saved was your.
but you know what?
It's a relegation battle. You didn't react in that, did you?
React to what?
Because that was like your upload afterwards of you talking about what happened.
Oh, you commented on that? I didn't see it. I did not see it. No. Spurs keep it. I'm actually trying to find.
Oh, let's watch this. Oh, you chaptered it. That's very nice of you.
No, I chaptered the goal. I usually just chapter. We're buying their.
What? I don't know which one of you was talking to me.
Huh? Oh,
was it you just
go to 101? So an hour and 1 minute in. I think that's
all right. But I want to see your reaction to Madison's goal first.
Made a save and then Solanke tapped it in. We're always sleeping, bro.
We're
always sleeping. VR in the League Cup. Nice. How hot that food is. Like my skin doesn't have it. Cuts in, shoots. Oh, what a good shot and what a good save from Vicario. Very, very good from Hoyland. We need to see more of this.
Wait,
I think if he puts it to Dorgo has an easy lane.
He has a what?
To run into where he could put it to someone in the box.
Hmm.
But he worked the goalkeeper, so bad decision.
No
See
need
how
to
low
shoot
my
it like
expectations
that.
are? He got a shot on
Unbalanced.
target, and I thought that was good.
Yeah, you're struggling.
Good spell by United there.
Good spell. It's a good spell, y'all.
Shut up. Guys. Where's the goal? Show me already.
I didn't pay attention to
Bro,
it.
I don't know. Your time code was
Say something in
off.
the chat.
Because you were already like...
In the League Cup. Where Binder made a save and then said, VR, save me.
Yeah.
Why did I ask for VR to save me?
What is this? You said 1 hour or something? 1 hour what?
1 hour and 1 minute. That's what Garnacho missed, yeah. Now go back. Because look how angry I am. Oh my days, bro.
Fuck.
Yeah, leave it there.
Driving with intention. Here's Holland. Oh, good turn. Zirkzee. Oh, why did Zirkzee let that run?
I watched this live.
There was no one behind you.
Did you like the video?
I'm not gonna lie to you, Nate. Wrong. Ooh, get Megged. Get Meg Bergvall. Here's a
Put some respect on my Swedish king's name.
I don't
Or
care, bro.
my
He got
Swedish
nutmeg,
prince.
bro. Hold that.
I'm about to get the blicky.
Holland. You know what it is, bro? That ball watching really pissed me off because we actually didn't start the game bad. Here's Zirkzee again, trying to take a shot. Ooh, actually nice hit, but goes wide. Shout out Nate for another donation saying, please
Fuck
for
Nate.
Jack McClung was carrying the dunk contest yesterday. We're gonna call him Nate McClung today.
Also, your NBA takes are insane. You trying to
talk
say
about
McClung better than Vince Carter? You need help.
He is a better dunker than him, but just
No, he's not a better dunker.
Well,
Let me
get
see
to
you
the clip-
do shit
get
in
to
a
the clip
game,
first.
McClung did he's nuts. Sorry.
I've never seen
right
Vince
now
Carter
is doing
dunk
the
over a
equivalent
fucking
of dunking over
sedan,
a
but
fucking
you, the style of the merchants won't say that. But anyways, just get the clip, man.
Nostalgia merchants when New York Knicks ain't won shit since what, 71? Back when they were still called the
You
Knickerbottoms?
support Spurs and you don't win shit. Why you're cooking me for supporting my local one? We don't win shit either.
Just wanted the
That's
chat to
the-
know if
what's
anyone
this-
cares
say the
about
kettle-
NBA takes. Staffy tried to tell me McClung over Vince Carter, bro. Vince Carter would do a 360 dunk on your bitch, and then you'd say thank you.
I'm not talking about in-game. I'm talking about as a pure dunker in the dunk contest. McClung has a bigger legacy.
Yeah, and I've been to LA
Go
Fitness
ahead.
where a bunch of bums can fucking dunk it too, but that doesn't mean they're going to the league.
I don't care for
Anyway.
your nostalgia. Just play the clip.
Yeah, yes, transfer market. We did hear Bergvall disrespect. I'll run it back 5 seconds just so we can make sure he's aware. He's like,
Okay. Because this guy right now, he's doing the equivalent of dunking over a fucking SUV. It wasn't an SUV, it was a sedan. Why am I waffling? Ooh, good there. Bruno, Garnacho has all the space.
bro, at this point when you run off screen, you should have went and got the blickiest too.
Bro,
Come
I
on.
don't have one. I need to have something, bro. Because I don't know, bro. I just was out of words. I was just out of words.
Bro, you got up and you like,
I just didn't know if I should smash something, if I should punch my screen, if I should kick my chair like Henry does. I didn't know what to do.
oh
Look, I'm
yeah,
gonna
I was
come
like,
back.
wait, kick
I
the
swear I
chair
came
like
back and I just
Henry, and
didn't
then I
say anything.
remembered. I remember.
What'd you
that.
say?
The Henry kicking the chair thing. I was like, wait, what are you talking? Oh yeah, I remember that. Bro, I can't believe transfer market's in the chat. That's crazy. Big up the transfer market, bro.
That's not really the transfer market, is it?
Oh, you live in New York. Y'all don't have blickies out there unless it's you can't be showing them to the law. Look, the volume is on. I just heard him breathing.
I don't know why I watch football, but I just get too angry.
Look, are you looking for the blam blam?
No, the back support that I have always falls down when guys, I'm gonna hurt myself. I'm actually gonna hurt myself. What the fuck was that? What was that? What was that? Hold on, pause it. I don't remember me saying that. Why the fuck did I say I'm gonna hurt myself?
You're like, I'm actually gonna hurt myself, bro. Bro pulled up with the pep liner.
I just gotta use this and just like
My finger here. With my nail.
That's fine.
I wanna
Just wanted to know.
I wanna hurt myself, yeah. Good night.
That's me, bro. That is actually me, bro.
That's Nick says you blacked out after that miss. Like, I don't remember saying I'm going to hurt myself.
Staffiola is crazy.
Staff deal.
You're one-on-one with the goalkeeper. And that's what you fucking do. You sky that shit. Look at you. You're in the chat too.
Oh yeah, I was talking shit. I said Ellen Garnacho.
You know what? I'd love to see Garnacho on your team one day. I actually need to see you suffer.
I said where RSM with his Twitter ass responses.
I honestly, bro, I want all the football emotional pain on you that you can get.
Why?
That's how much harm I wish on you.
Huh.
I want you to sit there and just suffer all the time from your football team.
Well, that's a better take than Jonathan Bush over here, who's like wants to laugh at Spurs fans who think they won something yesterday. We did. We won a game, which you didn't. So I get it, like why Jonathan might be mad, but you're at least, you know,
so
you're wishing
the question
pain.
Is Jonathan Bush, first of all, are you a United fan or someone else? And are you on my channel or on Jacob's channel?
Timo Garnacho, that's another good one too, because we do have our own version of Garnacho. It's Timo Werner.
Can I actually ask you this?
One just says they're from Argentina and one says they're from Germany, but
who would you rather have on your team,
grandparents may have
Garnacho
been
or
from the
Timo?
same place. Garnacho. That's, bro, I'm actually going to put a poll in the chat right now because holy shit, that's a great question. Who would you rather have in your fucking team forever till they retire? I'm going to say. Wait, no, should we just say who would you rather have starting at your club?
Because I'm not gonna lie to you,
Werner?
most United fans will tell you Werner, and most Spurs fans will tell you Garnacho. Everyone thinks the grass is greener.
Bro, I just watch Timo Werner, and every time he gets the ball, I'm literally just I feel like you. I'm gonna hurting myself incoming, like loading, mental trauma.
I have a better question for the chat. While they actually answer that in the poll, should me and Jacob do a weekly show? 1 to 1.5 hour, just one day, maybe Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whenever it is. Should we do that?
Relegation rivals? I mean, to be fair, I'm as far away to relegation as I am to top 5, so I'm chilling. You know,
I told you
we're
yesterday,
in purgatory.
and I'm gonna tell you what I said in the private chat, and I'm gonna say it right now in front of everyone. You sitting here yesterday and bragging about that win to be 1 point ahead of me is like you basically are dating a 3 out of 10, and I'm dating a 2 out of 10. They're both hideous. Give it up. Just give it up. We're both shit.
Well, so far, out of 19 votes, 53% say L&D Garnacho. No, we're 50-50 with 20 votes. Keep voting. We're split down the middle. 10 say Timo, 10 say Ellen Garnacho.
I'll never call a show Mud Brothers. The amount of people that call their shows Mud Brothers is like, how unoriginal could you be? I'd never call
Mrs. American Waffle.
I think the fact that he thinks American
USA Waffle.
It got rebranded and it's on TJ's team or on TJ's channel right now. So it does exist. I just don't take part of it no more.
One is broccoli, the other is cabbage. That's a very good comparison of Timo
Hey,
versus
Tahir ibn
Garnacho.
Muhammad, you know what you're talking about. You know your veggies.
I'm not gonna lie though, I've watched Timo Werner with this exact expression on my face. Bro played against Tamworth and couldn't fucking do anything. Tamworth. It's tough.
That is true.
See, this is kind of where I'm at. I agree with Daniel 90. Any player in the world, like when I watch Timo Werner, like right now we haven't seen him for a few weeks, so I feel like you could have that like well, maybe he can still just run. But when he was starting and he was all that we had as an option, I've seldom been that frustrated with my club. And like that's a level in which like it just reminded me of when we used to start Brian Hill with Harry Winks and Tanganga and Sessegnon.
I'd rather have Timo Werner in my team. You know what the difference is? Timo Werner knows he's not the best player in the team. Timo Werner knows his limitations. Timo Werner does know he's a role player. Garnacho doesn't. And that's the issue that I have.
29 votes. And now we're at 30 votes, and it's back to 50-50, 15 each. This is a tight race here, baby. Damn.
This is how mid we both are.
I bet it's like so far in the chat, the only person I've seen like standing for Timo is Elijah. He stands for James Madison, so I'm not surprised.
It's the only good comment he had all day. I'm not gonna lie,
bro. My bro E is so lost in the sauce. He loves James Madison. He talks shit on Archie Gray. It's like he wants people to be mad at Kulu. I think he's some like I think he just doesn't like that people like Kulu. I don't know.
He doesn't like
He's
Kulu?
got agendas. He's got agendas.
So he likes Madison and not Kulu.
No, he likes Kulu. He did say he likes Kulu. He just thinks that we as a fan base way overrate him. He thinks that he's a 33%er as well, like Madison.
Very interesting. You know, I would take Kulu like yesterday if I could.
A lot of teams would. I know. I respect Kulu. I think we've just given too much of the load to him. Pause. But I think that he's bared too much of the weight of the failures of Tottenham Hotspur. How about that? That's a better way to put it.
I guess. And Elijah, yes, McClung is a better dunker than Vince Carter. You guys
good luck with that, bro. Go to any barbershop with that shit and they're gonna
I told them the same thing. They're nostalgia merchants.
It's not nostalgia merchants.
It is.
Because
it is
bro
nostalgia.
jumps over a car once and you think it means something.
He won 4
There's
years in a
motherfuckers
row.
doing that in Venice Beach, California right now. They're just athletic, like they just can jump
I've
over
never
a
seen
car.
Vince Carter do that. Vince Carter just had one very good, and I'm not dismissing what he did. He had very good dunk contest. And because every dunk contest, pretty much 90% of them have been shit since, no one wants to say, oh, someone is better. We all do that, bro. We all do that, and we look back at old players, and we're like, yeah, no one is ever going to be better than them. Like, no, that's not true. There was a point where people thought Maradona is never going to, and there's no one's ever going to be better than Maradona in Argentina. And then a little Lionel Messi ended up existing. It just happens, bro. It's fine.
But some people still say Maradona was better. I mean, I would say Maradona's better at doing coke and beating women, but
can you actually, you know what? I feel like enough people haven't seen the dunk. Can we put the dunk on? Can you go to my Twitter page? You're gonna see
is that copyright?
No, because it's on Twitter.
Well, Twitter can still you know who did copyright me off Twitter? DR Sports.
Oh yeah, they do copyright. One time I did a reaction during one of my videos and they
fucking bitches. Fuck DR Sports. I unsubscribed the next day, you little pussies.
Eugene, I'm not talking about in-game. Vince Carter in-game there's no comparison between him and McClung. I'm talking about in terms of dunk contest legacy. The guy has 3 dunk contests won, deservedly. No one is close to him. It's only him and Nate Robinson. So can we be a little bit more fair? You're gonna have to scroll down a little bit because there was the whole United game yesterday. So you got to scroll to like 2 days ago. I think I retweeted a couple days ago.
You see that thing I sent you? It is Carl Anthony Towns. Oh my God! Oh
Can you
my
stop?
God!
Can you stop that? Because I don't know why you keep doing that. But Cat is my guy, bro.
Oh my God! Hassam?
I love how everyone thinks it's Hassam. Can you actually play that?
a good one.
Wait, what's the caption? What's the caption? Show the caption.
Bro, this is you. Wow. Bro's glozing.
It's
glozing.
legendary. Look at this, bro.
How is that legendary? It's a
Dude,
Kia.
he jumped over the roof of a sedan.
This is the
never
tweet, y'all.
seen that. Hold on, man. I'm tired of you. I'm tired of you and this whole nostalgia glazing. We're gonna go back, man. Where's the video?
There it is. There it is.
Found it?
Yeah. So this is the dunk, guys.
Wait, I just dropped it in the private chat. Bro, this is an insane dunk. What
I
are you
see this
talking
shit at Venice Beach every fucking day.
You haven't seen anyone dunk over a car in Venice Beach. Stop lying.
Yes. Yes.
No, you haven't.
All the
Who the
time.
fuck drives a car into a basketball
Big up Shoshi.
court? Who the
Shoshi
fuck
said
drives a car
fuck
into a
copyright.
basketball court in Venice Beach? You're lying.
All right, hang
Look
on.
at Fredo. Oh, did you know that Blake Griffin did it? Blake Griffin jumped over the hood. This guy jumped. Can you just play the video that I sent you? One guy jumped over the hood, and one guy jumped over the actual car, like the roof.
Right? Gotta catch it first.
Oh my fucking god! Anyone who dismisses this dunk is just a hater. This is the best dunk I've ever seen.
Personally, like that's cool, bro. I've seen dudes who do more drugs than Basuma do this shit at Venice Beach. I promise you.
What? I need footage of when you went to Venice.
But they're
Beach,
jumping over
'cause
some
it sounds like you
Honda
went to
Accord.
Venice
It's the
Beach
same
and you
thing.
I went to Venice Beach and I didn't see any of the shit you're talking about.
Well, that's because you were there and TJ was there. And when TJ's there, it's like a fucking
think I went to
solar
Venice Beach with
eclipse.
TJ?
It's so blinding. I wasn't that impressed. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's good. Like, I can't do it. That's for damn sure. I would never.
Wait, hold on. You think I went to Venice Beach with TJ?
Didn't you go to California and you met up with TJ and that's where Doss left y'all on red?
Yeah, but I'm not going to the beach with TJ. Fuck.
Okay, y'all
TJ's
didn't
not
go to the. Okay, my bad. You didn't go to the beach with TJ. Let's clear that up. Fuck. Shit.
Look at your hated ass chat. Oh, not impressive. Staffy just wants to be different. No, I'm just not oblivious. I'm not hanging on to nostalgia like you. This is a clear dunk.
It's a good. It's a really
this is an
good dunk,
amazing
bro.
dunk.
When I see it at Venice Beach, it's very impressive. I agree.
Stop talking about Venice Beach. You didn't see this dunk in Venice Beach.
I've seen it a few times in Venice Beach.
No, you haven't.
Yeah.
Who the fuck drove the car onto the fucking beach?
Bro, there's like that sidewalk right there, and you just right there. Boop,
So they
thing.
jumped over the sidewalk.
No, Venice Beach, you know where they got like the muscle gym where it's like all the dudes working out, and then they've got the basketball courts and shit. They pulled a Honda up on there and people were trying to jump over it. Yes. And I saw it a few times. It's okay, bro. You know what?
Okay, so
I figured out what it
in a
is.
dunk contest?
When it comes to Matt McClung and Staffy TV,
This is a remora, okay? And this thing right on top of his face, that's actually a dolphin. He uses it to suck on fish. My buddy Austin here.
so this is Remora,
No, this
and
side,
there's
this
Matt
side.
McClung, and there's Staffy.
Look at that, chat. Look at that, guys.
There's
Look
Staffy,
at that.
and
He's
there's Matt
just
McClung.
chilling on your cheek. How creepy is that?
Just
So
chilling
let me get
on your
this straight.
cheek.
Let me get this straight. On this show today, you said Djed Spence is top 5 in the world, and that was dismissed. I said Mac McClung had the best dunk in dunk contest history, and that's absurd. Shout out to So Campbell. Is it a color thing? Is it an underbelly color thing that keeps you guys?
Is it a color thing?
Is it a color thing?
Because it has to be that. It has to be that. Staffy, how many inches is enough? You know what?
Hey, yo.
This is when we need to wrap up the show because we're starting to talk about inches.
Yeah, I hated that we went down this basketball route, but I knew it wouldn't stop there. Also, if you didn't see America versus Canada, they didn't even kick a puck. No, that's not how. In hockey, where they stick a puck.
I don't know, bro.
As soon as they said time to play the game, everyone started fighting. So it was, that's fun. I like that. Wait, hockey hype? I mean, hockey's fun because they just start fucking fighting, and that's the fun part. Is you never know when they might fight. And real quick, and to wrap this up, I've got a couple of Spurs news that I did want to run through. Matthias Tell, he bought an $180,000 Mercedes in UK, a UK specific car. He did not fly his car over from Germany. Take that for however you will. He also apparently is looking to buy property rather than rent property in London.
So you're suggesting Spurs should buy Tell?
I'm not suggesting. I'm just saying where his mentality's at. I don't think he want to leave. I think he loves it here.
He's going to Chelsea next.
Fuck, they are going to be looking for a striker. I'll save that. But also, Vicario says he misses me so much, and it's I'm not going to say out loud.
Rents bookmarked.
Of what?
Rents.
It was Expressions cooking him. But I just remembered that anytime I do anything with Expressions on my channel, it's like I get fucking copyrighted to the hells. So I'm like, let's try it.
End of the season, if he hasn't won a trophy, yeah, and he's still like 14th, 15th, and stuff like that, then they have to.
You're not even going to give him a window
to jump out of, maybe, yeah. You know what I mean? That's about it, bro. Like, this is Manchester United.
Look at X's.
He said, I'm going to give him a window to jump out of.
He's like, do you give him a window? Because he's like, yeah, maybe to jump out of, which is good. But no, he's saying basically if Amorim fails to win a trophy and finishes in and around where y'all are at, that you should sack him. Do you agree with that?
I'll say this and I'll say it again. If the ship goes down with Amorim, I'm going down with it. Save your questions. Don't ask me about Amorim until the end of the season. This whole corny thing when people come in, oh, are you Amorim out now? Save it. Don't ask it. Because you'll get the same response. I will not, I repeat that, I will not allow some of these players to survive another sacked manager. It's not an Amorim thing. It's a principle thing. And my principle is that a manager who comes in to do a rebuild while the season is going on, and it should have never been the case, basically, his hands are tied and he has to achieve something when he never got an even playing field. I will never, and I repeat this, I will never allow this to happen. Never. That's my answer.
I'll tell you this. I respect it because people do the same shit with Ainge Postecoglou, and I say that's why I think that they're wrong. But basically, so this next video I'm going to play, Staffy, this is you with Senor Amorim.
God. Damn, but I need a bitch like this. Carry me on your shoulders. Help me out, please. Shit.
Where do you find these videos?
Help me out. Shit, I need a bitch carry me on her shoulders like this.
Where do you find these videos?
That was impressive.
Why the fuck were they doing that? Like, that looked weird. It looked like a circus act. Where do you find this shit?
I don't know. Some of it's sent to me. Some of it I find. You know, it's I feel bad though for Amorim because I really feel like they kind of just left him out there to die, and then they were like, "See, he's dying. I told you he couldn't survive on Mars." And it's like, well, you didn't really help him. You just kind of fucking threw him.
If Pep was coaching us right now, do you think we'd be winning?
No, I'm gonna say the same thing with Tottenham as well. Like, I've used that as the same argument. Like, if we had Pep, I don't think anything really changes with where we're at right now.
Until the fans accept how poor this squad is, and especially that it's not built for the system that Emery's trying to build, it's nothing that's gonna happen. You just need to write out. People who are mocking me saying I'm a Knicks fan, brother, I lived the poverty. I went from the equivalent of being homeless to being a millionaire. That is me right now.
What y'all don't make me have to cook the Knicks right now because we're supposed to be wrapping up.
Are the Knicks
show.
the top 3 in the East or no? Just simple yes or no.
Top 3 don't mean shit.
No, just say yes or no. Yes or no. Are they top 3?
I'm assuming yes. You wouldn't have said top 3 if it was
okay, so
they
we're
were actually top 4.
East. Okay, so we're top 3 in the East from 15 teams. I'm telling you, I've literally watched the Knicks.
East is the fucking East.
It doesn't matter. I've watched the Knicks when they were 15th. I'll never forget going to the season opener to watch Damian Dotson and Ron Baker. Do you know who they are? You don't. I do. Because I watched Poverty Knicks. So when I sit there and
I went to the New York Stadium. I was in New York as well. Not for those players, but I did see something similar.
MSG.
Oh, sorry. That's just a little inside joke because he was in New York, rats, etc.
My point is, I've seen us be the worst team in the East for years, and I've seen us now be a serious playoff contender. I didn't say we're gonna win it, but I'm just talking about I went from rags to riches. From rags to riches.
I wouldn't say rags to riches. I would say it's like someone told you they were gonna buy that thing, and you're like, I'm going to get this large amount of money potentially because the potential for y'all is high right now. But I remember when it was high when you had Carmelo and Stoudemire, etc. So like,
yeah, but
New York Knicks is kind of like Tottenham in a way.
No, that's different though. I'm just talking about the Phil Jackson era. The point that I'm trying to make is, because we're digressing here, I seen a real rebuild of the Knicks under worse circumstances. In years where we were wasting our draft picks on the likes of like Kevin Knox and Frank Ntilikina.
Where did I send you that video,
I know what it is to actually suffer through a rebuild. I know how it feels to starve so we can eat tomorrow well. And that's what I'm gonna do with this club. And I can't sit here.
This is gonna be you when y'all don't make it to where you want to make it. This is gonna be you.
This is me pretty much every day, anyways.
This is gonna be you.
Bra, bra.
Anyway. Oh, let me get your opinions on Tell, and then we're gonna end. What did you think? What do you think of Tell? Obviously, yesterday I didn't think he had that great of a game, but I thought he did show things that give me hope that he's gonna be really good.
Kakita,
or is that Scorned Lover wishes he had a piece of that, but he ain't getting none?
Oh, trust me, I'd have the guy that you have on the frame right now.
I was gonna say, because I could find on your watch along where you're like, well, we wouldn't go spend the $8 million on.
That's not the question you
Tell.
asked me. You asked me what do you think of him, and his performances wasn't that good. I'll be honest.
Well, what do you think of him overall, like factoring in yesterday's performance?
He's not a 9. I think he needs to play off the left. I think he'd benefit a lot more if Solanke was in that team. I think he'd benefit playing around Solanke, linking up with Solanke, driving into the box rather than being in the box when he receives the ball. That's what I think. I think he has a lot of potential. I think he has very good ball striking. He needs a lot of development because he's only 19. I just think he's been shit.
So when we first started him, we started him on the left and Son through the middle, and it wasn't really working out for anybody. But then all of a sudden,
it's hard to play with Son in the 9. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, and then we moved Tell through the middle and Son on the left, and then all of a sudden he got a goal. And it was obviously from Kulu, who swung it in, or Pedro Porro Kulu, someone crossed it. And
that was a good finish, that first game he had.
The control and the finish, he has the ability. It's just, can he consistently do it? I think Spurs fans are pretty upset with Tell, but I don't think he's as bad as everyone says.
Let me ask you this on him. What's your expectation in terms of GA for him this season? A reasonable amount. Because I will tell you this from now, if he probably doesn't get double digits, people are going to be like, oh, see, I told you he's shit. But then when really you compare him to his peers, those numbers won't be bad. So realistically, what's a
GA or goals?
GA, both.
Well, I mean, if fucking Madison can get over 10, he sure as hell can. If Brendan Johnson can get over 10, he sure as hell can.
Madison had a whole season, though.
Say that again?
Madison had a whole season. He just came in.
I know, but like, if they had 20-some games, let's say, we have, what, 14 in the Premier League left, something like that?
I think if he gets you 7 goals in the league, because that's
plus
you're out
Europa?
of everything except the Europa League. If he gets you 7 goals in the league, I think that's a good tally.
I would say he's not as physical. He's not as physical in the box as like a Solanke is. Like Solanke, he kind of has a physical presence there. But I'll be honest, you know, for a 19-year-old kid who hasn't played much over 12 months, like when I provide contextual evidence surrounding my assessment of Matthias Tell, I think that like He's 19. He's barely played any amount of games in the last 12 fucking months because the shadow of the greatest striker to ever grace England's soil, Harry Kane, came. And when Harry Kane comes to town, guess what? Everyone bows down because it's King Kane for a reason. But I think that Solanke, you know, has shown a lot of the same things that I like, the traits that I see in Matthias Tell, which is the ability to trap the ball, control the ball. Like aerially, I haven't seen anyone chest it and then hit it on the half volley like that. He also did that versus United, but he just didn't get the finish. I thought his shooting was absolutely shit versus United. And for me, I also thought his decision-making wasn't good, which was leading to kind of him looking like he was going to stumble over his first touch, or the pass was a little late, or what have you. But there was a moment when Odebert came on, which shout out Wilson Odesquirt, the GOAT. The French Pele is what they told me, so I'm going to run with that one.
Who is the French Pele?
Wilson Odesquirt. What? Wilson Odebert. What?
Can we just wrap this up, man? I've noticed when you go over like almost touching 2 hours, you start to waffle.
No, but what I'm saying is when he came onto the, there was a point that I was going to make, but you got me sidetracked with his name because it's fun. Fun fact, Wilson Odebert came on in the 87th minute or something,
and he completed. You said Odesquirt, and you threw me off.
Yeah, I did say Odesquirt in your chat, and within 3 minutes, he completed the same amount of dribbles as Heung-min Son did in 87 minutes. So take that for what you will. But there was a moment where Djed Spence had a chance to play it to either Odebert or Tell, and I thought if he laid it off to Tell right there, that he put him in a great position. I think because our team isn't the greatest in the final third, I'm not expecting a 19-year-old kid who's been in the shadow of Harry Kane for over a calendar year to all of a sudden be like, let me pick you guys up and take you to the promised land. He kind of looked like the way that we look like, which is like sometime maybe good, sometime maybe shit.
Would you say that's a reason or an excuse?
My wife would say it's an excuse, and I'm going to say it's a valid reason.
I think it's a good reason.
Like, what am I going to tell my wife when she's like, you said you're going to stream for an hour 15, and it's been an hour 45?
Hour 45. You're going to blame me. You're going to say, Staffy held me back for da-da-da-da-da. That will be an excuse, but you got to use it. Just like how United fans yesterday blaming Amorim for not bringing on 19-year-olds off the bench and saying, but Spurs had 2 19-year-olds on the pitch. And I tell them, well, Spurs 19-year-olds have a lot of senior experience in senior football. And all the 19-year-olds we had never debuted before. That was a reason. They thought it was an excuse. It is what it is.
It's just an interesting thought process. Like, Valentine's Day was the other day, and you know what? I got a lot of these
What'd you get your
Tottenham
wife
fans that I've. Well, let me show you what I got the Tottenham fans. The ones from Chernobyl away.
هذا وين؟ شكرا يا أخي.
What is that supposed to mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Teeth hurt.
What?
That teeth hurt.
No, radiation poisoning, your teeth fall out. So it's like a...
Okay. So you gave him a new set of teeth.
Yeah. Well, it didn't go as well as I thought it would, the joke. So we'll just...
I mean, look, Elijah thought the same thing I did.
Which was what? Ayo?
He said Ayo. I think all our minds were in the gutter except for you.
I just was giving the teeth, And it also kind of reminded me of Bruno Fernandes, the guy. So, like, I thought it was... I'll do better next time, all right? I'll do better next time.
What'd you get your wife for Valentine's, man?
I got her a Polaroid camera, some roses. I got her some cookies that I made her. And that's it. Yeah.
That's good.
What'd you get yourself?
We don't need to talk
Give a
about these
little-
things on
did,
screen.
Did you give a little left-handy stranger danger type of? Ooh, it's who's this?
I'm right-handed.
Yeah, exactly. So lefty stranger danger.
Oh, why are we talking about this on screen?
No, I don't know. Because like you said, the closer we get to 2 hours, the more waffle it ends up. Maybe it's like a full circle moment with the PP. You know, she asked me to go.
We talked
deeper
about
and-
PP. We talked about squirting. We talked about Valentine's.
Did we talk about squirting?
You said Squirtabert.
Oh no, Squirtabert.
You did say Squirtabert.
Squirtabert's better than Oda. I said Oda Squirt because his name's
Squirt,
Wilson
yeah, yeah.
Odabert.
See, I gave you a better
And so-
name. Squirtabert is better.
Ah, damn! I need to take this jacket off. That's a better one.
Squirtabert is better.
Squirtabert. That's fucking hilarious. Anyway, we're gonna end the stream there. Staffy, when's the next time you're live? For anyone who's not over there in Staffy
God
TV,
knows. God knows.
because I'll be honest, you were like, Squirtabert is insane.
Squirtabert is a
Fuck,
great.
I don't know when I'm going to be live next either, but whenever Staffy gives you a reason, tell him it's an excuse. All right.
Well, I could go live tomorrow, depending on
Okay.
what to talk about. I just wanted to talk about the game today, so I was like,
You know what you should do? You should start a series like what I started, the naming and shaming game.
I don't like that. I don't.
Why?
Because I just like to talk football. I don't like to name and shame people. It's just not my niche.
It's not a niche. It's just like accountability. It's like
No, but here's the thing, like I don't.
the city
feel
of
like,
Gotham needs a villain.
But I don't want to do that. I like to. Here's what I tell people on my channel. I never tell them I'm always right, and I never tell them obviously I'm always wrong. I like to present the idea, and I like the people to make up their minds from there. So it's like I'll bring you an idea, Jacob. I'll be like, oh, did you know that da 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 da? That's it. I'm not gonna tell you what to do with that information. It's up to you to take that information however you want. And
Well, that's what
like
I say too. But this is why holding people accountable is the same thing. Because
here's the
if
thing.
you go around and you say, I think XYZ, and then later you're like, anyone who thinks XYZ is shit, someone should point that out. And that's what that's all I'm doing.
But here's the thing. United fans do that a lot. And if I sit here and do this, I'll just spend all day.
You said you needed content.
But there's too many content creators that do that, and I just don't feel like chasing after all of them. I want people to use their own eyes and ears and listen to content creators and say, this guy's bullshitting me, and this guy is actually trying to give me more insight on my football team, and he's trying to just present his own opinion. Without naming names, there was someone yesterday that was saying, I told you guys about Garnacho. And he didn't. He actually was gassing up Garnacho. He just only recently started saying Garnacho's not it because it was too obvious. So it's like, if I sit here and I do that, there's too many people I do that with. And I'm not gonna lie, this is not why
Sounds
I
like
decided
then that's the reason you could be live every day.
But that's
Going
not why I
live,
decided
being
to
live.
make a YouTube channel. I decided to make a YouTube channel to give people my opinions. And whether they like it or not, it is out there for you to listen to, whether you like it or not.
Well, that's fair because everyone does create a YouTube channel for different reasons. And I'll tell you why I created my YouTube channel. To do whatever the fuck I want to do. And that's kind of the same thing for you. And what the fuck you want to do is not publicly mud people. But you're going to get publicly mudded by me. So you can hold that.
You are a pussy, so I expect that from you. But I will tell people this. The one thing you can guarantee from me is that I don't do this with the intention of anything other than just putting my opinion out there. YouTube is not my full-time gig. I don't make money off YouTube like that. I do have an income that keeps me going. So when I go here, I'm not clickbaiting you. I'm not rage baiting you. I'm not farming clips. There are others that do that.
I don't farm clips.
Well.
I didn't say you. Stuff, are you thinking of quitting? Why would I quit? This is a hobby for me. How could you quit your hobby?
Sometimes, you got to quit if you can't.
I said we struggle to get it up.
struggle to get it up is crazy. I'm not rage baiting anyone with the Mac thing. I genuinely believe it.
Oh, big up Chris Peters. Gifted 5 more memberships before we ended off here. 5 more lucky people. And also the poll. I forgot about the poll. 60 votes. 60 votes in the poll. 57, very neck and neck race. 57% of 60 want Garnacho over Timo. And 43% says Timo. And the people who got memberships, EPL Turf, Adam, Futility 1912. Big up Futility 1912. Davo. And Strasbourg Steve. Look at that. Look at that. Big up. And the poll will end it there. Garnacho won the poll. So reluctantly, people would take Garnacho over. And let me real quick thank the people who did spend some hard-earned money and time here. Chris Peters, again, gifted 10 memberships today. So W's in the chat every time for Chris Peters. Destiny 5, member for 7 months. We've got Shoshi helping us say fuck copyright every single day of the week. Member for 15 months, David Shear. I might have missed it. Coys. Member for over a year, man. That's beautiful. Like, that's very nice, man. And that, you know.
David Shear hype. Until I see you back in my chat, it's hype. Sorry, David Shear.
El Satora, here we go. Or should I say, to ace my name's Fabrizio Romano.
All right. I will take no David Shear slander here. David Shear slanders get addressed one way.
And a bum. Just a fucking bum and a fucking idiot.
All right. We can keep going. But that shit means something to me. I was trying to get to that clip. But there you go. Thank you, David Shear, for being here. Darren Wimbledon with a super chat. Just Armas Potato, member for 10 months and 16 months for Spurs. That's a lot of months of y'all supporting this channel. And I'll be honest, that should definitely mean something to me. But look, make sure you are liking, subscribing. Make sure you are doing all the other shit that YouTubers tell you to do, or don't, because life is your oyster and you get to fucking eat it or fuck it or whatever the fuck. Actually, don't fuck the oyster, because that's animal abuse. So we'll leave it there. I tried to leave it there about 20 minutes ago, and this just keeps getting worse.
I will say, for everyone who's watching on my side of the stream, aka my channel, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't, and if you're in Jacob's stream and you've recognized me and you say big up Staffy every time I join, but then I never see you in my chat, I'm questioning why haven't you subscribed to my channel as well. And equally, if you're on my channel and you know Jacob and you're here to rattle Jacob, but you don't subscribe to his channel, I will question why you do that as well. So yeah, subscribe to both channels, and I'll encourage people to do this, and we'll leave it at this. Let us know in the comments if me and Jacob make a show, which I think we should discuss this off stream. What should we name it? So I want you to name drop right now into the comments a show name where me and Jacob do this on a weekly. It could be anything between, what was it, Cabbage and Broccolis, or anything about relegation. Don't say Mud Brothers because it's uncreative. But yeah, I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, we'll pattern that. And for anyone who hasn't liked the video,
am I a prick? No, I'm not standing for this shit. I ain't standing for this shit, bro.
But as always, folks, these last little bits are for you. I'm redirecting on over to Sarcasm City TV, the great, fantastic, flawless over there. Make sure you give him some love. I want you to stay blessed, stay fresh up the lads. Be kind to yourself and be kind to someone else. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to end with the United Spurs of America outro as usual because we are on Staffy TV. But I will say this. Make sure you taste the biscuit.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the honey sauce. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce.